championship medal just means a lot. I really do. They know how to win, and they know how to win when it gets tough.
All right, was Game 3 a must-win?
Yes.
And the Celtics won, right?
Yes.
So every must-win game is going to go to the Celtics in the series. I don't think the Knicks can do it.
I'd say so, yeah. Because, I mean, as we discussed, Celtics go down 0-3, the chance of them, it's never happened. The empirical evidence says they lose that series because no one has ever come back from 0-3. Now, eventually someone is going to do it, but it's highly unlikely.
Who's the best three-point shooter on the Knicks? I'm going to show you how messed up this is. Who's the best three-point shooter on the Knicks?
I believe it's Cat.
It's Cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the most reliable offensive player on the Knicks?
Brunson.
Who else is who's the best rebounder on the Knicks? Watch this.
I'd say it's Josh Hart. I mean, statistically,
this is what I'm talking about. The team is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Josh Hart. It's Josh Hart. It's crazy. This team is so unusual.
Yeah.
The structure is just backwards. It's like the teacher's the student. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the student's the teacher. It's just all backwards. Your shooting guard, who can't really reliably score, is your best rebounder.
That's kind of crazy.
And your center can't defend. He gets fouled out because he's a bad fundamental defender. He doesn't move his feet well defensively.
Right.
He's an offensive master. His shot is incredible.
Yeah.
His ability to stretch the floor is fantastic. But he can't defend a lick. You have to take him out at the end of games.
Yeah.
There's just too many flaws. Like the Celtics have these mismatches. Porzingis hasn't even done anything yet. If he has a game, they're going to win by 40.
Yeah.
If Tatum has a game, they're going to win by 40.
Right.
If Brown has a game, they're going to win by 40. They lost today by 20 points on Derek White and Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio-only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you. Wow! What time is it, G? What time is it, G? C's back in action. Am I right, G?
You know what? I ain't even gonna do this, man. I'm leaving. I don't know if y'all know this, man. Bruce didn't call me. I didn't talk to Bruce. Bruce ain't come up for air until today when he was like, "Hey, man, let's do a show." Because the Celtics won is why we're having this conversation. Normally, I talk to my brother Bruce almost like every other day. I mean, maybe a week. We probably go, man. When they lost, it was freaking radio silence, bro. Like nobody, he wasn't live and out. He wasn't active in the chat. Nothing, man. Like, and I'm like, Tatum. Oh man, yeah.
I was hurting, man.
Yeah, I know he was. I started to check on him. I was like, man, maybe I need to check on him. Because
buddy check.
He might be down bad, man. But yeah, I know it, man. I knew you didn't want to hear from me, man.
It wasn't even you, man. I was hurting. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's funny, when we did the show the other night, we did a live watch, and when the Celtics lost again, and Transformer was like, I talked to him, I think the next day. He was like, Bruce, if you saw your face when the Celtics lost, I was like, I don't even know. Yo, my homeboy from the Army, we served together in Germany. I don't think I talked to Harrison on the phone at least for like the last year. And he called. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. He called right after that game was over.
Everybody got checked on you, dog.
I ain't get a call from him today, though. He a Knicks fan. I ain't get a call today.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get to it, man. So as we just kind of introed this topic, right? The Knicks and the Celtics appears to be what's likely going to be the best playoff series in the East, at least so far. Although that Pacers Cavs series, that one kind of came back around too. But the Celtics going into the game today were down 0-2, and they have been the best road team in the league all season. They had to go to New York. Madison Square Garden was going to be rabid, and they had the opportunity to go in there and basically save their season, because we know no team has ever come back from down 0-3 in the NBA playoffs. It doesn't happen, right? And so we saw the C's go in there and finally kind of, get back to themselves. They still shot 43s, still too much for me, but they made 20 of them today. They were able to make shots. Right. They were able to make shots. And I tell you what, did you watch the game, G? Did you see it?
No, some of it. I watched some of it.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you, because remember, I've always been saying that the Celtics are dangerous because this is a team that can get points from anywhere on that roster, right? And lo and behold, Peyton Pritchard off the bench for 23 points, 5 of 10 from 3. That kid is always cocked and locked. Like, as soon as he catch it, you could tell he wants to shoot the thing, right? He's always ready. So Peyton Pritchard came off the bench, had 23 points for the Celtics, and he was the guy, I'd say, the difference maker. Tatum played a little better, 5 of 9 from 3, 8 of 20 overall. He could be more efficient than that. If you ask me, like, too many fadeaway jumpers, but still, he had 22 points and a plus 23 while he was on the floor. So gotta love that. Al Horford, 15 and 9, big game from him. That's another guy that can contribute 3 or 4 from 3, right? Derek White, the other bench brother, 17 points, plus 29 when he was on the floor, 3 of 6 from 3, right? That'll get it done. Jaylen Brown, 19 points, plus 29 when he was on the floor. 2 of 6 from 3, but 7 of 18 from the floor. So was that about 42%, 43%? So overall, not a bad night at all, right? And the Celtics are now right back in this thing. Now, Snead says, I think I saw him say that the Celtics are going to rip off 4 in a row and Tibbs will be fired. That would be crazy. Based on the way this series started, I would be shocked if the Celtics ripped off 4 in a row. I probably could see this thing going 7 and the Celtics winning in 7 because championship DNA. Woodage, yes, the Celtics still shot 43s, man. That's just how they play. But they made 20 of them, right? So they believe that eventually they're going to start knocking these things down. G, kind of what are your thoughts on, Celtics getting production from pretty much everywhere, and of course them continuing to shoot threes and finally knock them down?
Yeah, I mean, so I'm just gonna take a step back and talk
Yeah.
about the $700 ticket sales. I'm gonna talk about the ticket sales real quick. So
Yeah,
$700 for the nosebleeds,
cheapest.
55,000 for courtside.
New
The
York
Knicks
City.
fans was going crazy, man. Like
Yeah.
crazy. These guys, they. I mean, I sent you a lot of the clips. You would think they were going to
The final.
NBA Finals the way
Mhm.
they've been acting and responding. But
Well, we also got to keep in mind that New York City Boston rivalry between cities, not just Celtics and the Knicks. That's a real thing. But yeah, go
absolutely, absolutely. So the Celtics was able to overcome. It should be 3-0, right? That's what it really should be, 3-0. But
Yeah.
2 back-to-back meltdowns in the fourth
Mhm.
quarter.
Right.
When leading by 20. If I'm a Celtics fan, I'm not acting like the Knicks like I just won the whole series. There's still a lot of things that we need to do to
Correct.
ensure that we can win this series.
Mhm.
Just looking at it was spots where y'all was up 30 points tonight, man. So y'all made sure that if you're gonna come back, it's gonna be from a record breaking like
Right. Right.
margin, right? Like yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know, man. Like I enjoy watching the games. I think this is gonna go 6 or 7.
Agreed.
I still got I didn't have New York winning. Like I had the Celtics winning, but
Yeah, me too.
you got to see how these guys like they continue to play. And so yeah,
So
I think Tibbs is doing a really good job, but today it just
mm,
looked like they was just outman.
yeah,
And
agreed.
this is yeah. The Celtics got a squad, man. They
Mhm.
loaded, man. There's the
Yeah.
next man up every time. And I
Yeah.
think they played their best basketball, you know, this in the playoffs. Like, this was their
Mhm.
best game, I think.
Yeah.
And they had to. Like I mean,
Yeah.
considering how bad they shit the bed, they had to come
Yeah.
and ready to play today. Like,
Mhm.
because if you lose, you go down 3-0, you done, you toast.
Mhm.
I mean, I think they got the firepower to come back from a 3-0, but historically, like that stuff plays psychologically, that plays in
Yeah.
your mind, and you like, man,
Mm.
I definitely couldn't go. Just like I knew the Cavs wasn't gonna lose. I knew
Right.
they wasn't gonna lose.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's really great basketball right now for us, man. The beast of the East.
Yeah, I love it, man. I love it.
Yeah.
So, it's funny that Wooded says Knicks are great defensively, but Tibbs has no offensive game plan. So it's funny that you say that because I almost feel like the Celtics have no offensive game plan because I keep watching them on offense in these possessions, looking for movement, looking for cuts, looking for, all these things. And there are so many times where Jalen will have the ball and he ISO while everybody else is standing around the 3 line. Or to be the same thing with Tatum or maybe Brown. Excuse me. And I'm like, I don't understand. You got so many talented guys who know how to play basketball, and you're not running real offense. It's like come down and so many times we saw in the first 2 games they were bailing out the defense with early shots, early 3-pointers in the yeah, Bruce, you did, but I'm here. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, when you look at the Celtics, there's so many guys that that have the ability to run real offense and play that way, but they're just standing. It's frustrating. And it's like they could do so much better than that. They could do so much better than that. And I really don't get it, man. I really don't get it. But at the end of the day, they're back in business. They won big, they won going away. So now the question is, how much does this start to mess with the Knicks' mind? Because the Knicks have to know, like, yeah, we came back and won those 2 games, but did we take them or did they give them to us? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's no way you can look at that game and not do some self searching, right? Like this will be the third game that you've been down by almost 20 plus
That's
points
that's
in
a
the
great.
game. And so like how do you how do you go in the game 4? Like, oh man, like are we
Yeah.
just gonna drop down and hope they just have another meltdown? Like, no, you
Mm,
need to I think they need to retool. Tibbs
mhm,
need to do something about this margin of error, maybe call some timeouts, stop these runs, like start coaching, really coaching.
mhm.
And if it comes to a point where you just don't have the personnel, people don't got straps. Like, but y'all, I mean, 43s is crazy, you
Yeah,
know.
it is.
I wonder what's the total number
Better
of
than 60?
threes that they took this series. Like,
140.
fuck.
140.
It's game 3, and they already put up 143s, bro. Like,
Mhm.
what?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, sheesh.
They
Oh,
looking at
man.
it and saying, "Hey, we want to chip this way. We set an NBA record this way, so we're gonna keep playing how we play."
I don't like nothing about it, man.
I don't like nothing about it either. Trust me, I'm
Yeah,
with
man.
you 1000%.
Yeah,
G.
I'm not a big
Just think
fan.
about it. How
That's
how many times do you hear me saying, "Yo, run offense, get into a like"? I don't get it. I don't get it. And think about it. You're the
like
Celtics, right? You Joe Mazzulla. Sam Cassell is your number one assistant. You know he can draw up some offense. Why
yeah,
don't they run it? Why don't they let him draw up some offense and run it? I don't get it.
yeah. Yeah, I don't like anything about it. I like how the Cavs play. They attack the basket almost every time down the road, down. They try to attack the
They
basket
do.
on
They
offense
attack it a lot.
early and often to set the tone. Like I don't like this whole thing of shooting threes. But what it will do is we can also excuse me, we can always look at the old saying, man. You win by the 3, you lose by the 3.
Yeah, live and die
And
by three.
so
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, so
Uh,
when that shot dropping, you're good. But when it's
yeah,
not,
we've
you
seen
need to
what
know
happens.
when that shot's not dropping, right?
Mm,
And when you need to switch it up and attack the basket. Like
mhm.
that's like the biggest thing. But I don't know. I think the Celtics are gonna be okay. I'm not really sure about the Knicks. I thought last year they would put a better um they would have put a better effort last year, but injuries, of course,
Yeah,
stopped them from going. And Tibbs kind of ran his guys in the mud
right.
all season last year. And so um, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they respond to this loss, because this was a beatdown.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And
it
I
was
think
almost like they didn't suit up.
mhm. To your point, G, 3 straight games, you're down 20 or more. and you knew that you scraped out those first two. So maybe you had the mindset of, we know we can come back if we're down. But now it's like, wait a minute, we've been down 3 straight games. If these guys are on their game, we can't beat them. So it's like, okay, if you're the Knicks, now what do you think? And now the Celtics are like, okay, we're back to being us. All we need to do is lock in because we know we can get a big lead on these dudes. We just don't need to let them back in the game. We got our foot on their throat, keep it there, so.
Yeah. I mean, they're not doing the right job. They're not doing a good job of adjusting on defense and setting up schemes, man. Everybody you going down to 30, like that's crazy. And you got Cat on the floor, you got Brunson.
Yeah.
I mean, like it shouldn't be like this, but it's the Knicks, man. Just gotta wait and see, man. We just gotta wait and see. I look forward to the next game, though. I definitely look forward to game 4.
Oh yeah. Me as well. We need to go back to Boston tied 2-2 and then go ahead and take that 3-2 lead, because I want to be in a position where you can put the Knicks in a spot where they have to be win or go home. They're not championship tested like the Celtics are, and they may crack under that pressure. So
yeah. Today was like they gave y'all the game or some shit. I don't know what. I mean, like I said, I was in and out watching the game. I don't have the attention span to watch blowouts. I'm not that type of fan, bro. Like you getting cooked, like even though I know they're gonna come back, like I know they got capable of coming back. It's just one I got to miss. I'm just gonna have to miss it because odds are it's not gonna happen. And I'm sure, like, I don't know, those first 2 games was an embarrassment from a coaching perspective. Definitely pissed poor coaching and lack of closeout by the Celtics. But today they did a really good job of like, all right, let's get our shit together. I think it's gonna be a really, really good series.
I agree.
And so far, man,
I think they knew that they could not allow the Knicks to get back in that game. That was the key. They knew that they couldn't allow that because they saw what happened, twice in a row if they did. So, yeah. Sneeze said Rudy Abdul-Jabbar terrorizing the Warriors. That's funny. You know what? Quick side note, and we're going to talk about him later. I want to see if Draymond tries to get tough with Gobert during this series. Because I don't know if I mentioned it to you. I don't know if you saw it. Gobert was like training in kickboxing all summer.
What are we talking about for Draymond?
Well, I don't know if it was just for Draymond, but I think he was tired of getting herbed up and people thinking he's soft because he's not having it. You saw last series, he elbowed Braun in the back of the head, and when Braun turned around and tried to flex, Rudy didn't go nowhere. The old Rudy would have been like, he would have cowered. He's not having it anymore. I like it.
He would have I ain't gonna say it. Surrendered like the French. That was terrible. I'm
yeah,
that
well, history is,
But that was terrible.
But yeah, so yeah, man, this is going to be a heck of a series. So go ahead, open up the phone lines. I'm gonna take two quick calls on this, and then we will go right on and we'll talk about Rich Paul. All right, let's go. 904-219-8264. 904-219-8264. You guys' thoughts on this Celtics and Knicks series, especially the game today. How much do you think it matters that the Knicks were able to the Celtics were able to get back into it? Sneed, what's going on, man?
Bro, the Knicks are through, bro.
Already?
Hey, Sneed, I got a question for you before you get started, man. Do you think that Tatum is the face of the league?
Oh my gosh.
Tatum is not the face of the league.
Thank
sir.
you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
But the Celtics are the defending champions.
That's correct.
They are.
So I got respect for the Celtics. I know what the Celtics are doing. They were able to get a win today with neither of their best 2 players having great games, right? They were fine. But they did it with Pritchard. They did it with Derek White. Porzingis hasn't even played in a good game yet this postseason.
Right.
So what's going to happen when Tatum has the 35-point game? And what's going to happen when Brown has the 35-point game? And what happens when Porzingis decides he wants to have a good game?
Yeah.
What, they're going to win by 40?
Right.
You know, and what is the Knicks' answer going to be? Karl Anthony Towns has a good offensive game every 3 games. You know,
what do you have? 21 and 15 today? Like, that's not terrible.
But that ain't going to do it, bro.
Minus 19. Oh,
that ain't going to do it against the Celtics. He needs to score 30 to even have a conversation.
Right.
Like, Brunson is amazing. He'll get you the hard baskets when you need them at the end of the game. You can count on that.
Yeah.
But you have to
be there.
Collectively, as a team, you got to be in the game.
Yes.
So I got OG Anunoby with 2 points in this game. He had a crappy game last game.
Mm-hmm.
Where were those star plays? Bridges gave us 14 in the second half last game?
Mm-hmm.
Where was he in this game?
Yeah.
Bro, they don't have any room for error. The Knicks have to play very, very good in order to beat the Celtics.
Correct.
And the Celtics can play average and blow out the Knicks.
Yes, they can.
So the series, in my opinion, is done in 6.
Wow.
I hope I'm wrong because I like to see 7 games.
Yeah.
I like to see the Knicks and the Celtics go at it. I like to see – I mean, it would be cool if the Knicks could win Game 4 and make this a 3-1 series. I doubt it seriously.
Yeah.
I think the Knicks are going to lose the next game. Yes, they're going to lose it. Not the Celtics win it. I think the Knicks are going to lose it. That is going to completely change the complexion of the series because now you're going back to Boston with a tied series,
right?
And the Knicks choke Game 4. So that's kind of like my projection.
Okay.
Bro, come on, man. You know the Knicks don't have the. They don't have the guys.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
They're going to have to win games 93-92.
Well,
if the Celtics score 100, 110, the Knicks can't do that.
Right. Yeah, it's it is going to be tough, and this is what I said from the beginning of this playoff run. The reason the Celtics to me are so dangerous is not Tatum and it's not Jaylen Brown. It's that they can get contributions from everywhere damn near on that roster. And I think that is, that's championship. That's a championship built roster right there. Because look, today Al Horford had 15 and 9. Like, he's 137 years old. 15 and 9 from him, that is a legitimate, contribution. Derek White, as you mentioned, 17. Go ahead.
What is the defense doing when they let Al Horford make 5, 6, 7 threes?
Well, he made 3 today. He only took 9 shots.
But you get what I'm saying? If I got Al Horford hitting threes, I have to question what my defense is doing.
Right. Which, you know what? That is interesting. I'm not sure why it's so difficult to defend Boston because there's not a whole lot of movement in their offense. Like, there's ball movement, but there's not a lot of body movement. So I'm not sure why
the primary defense, the point of attack defense is challenging because you have to defend Tatum and Tatum.
Mm-hmm.
But if you help on that, then you're cooked because somebody's open for 3.
Yeah, but they don't.
It's not a complex offense, actually.
Exactly.
The Celtics' offense is simple.
Yes.
They want to create a defensive shift. The moment the defense moves, they're looking to get the ball to where the help came from.
Right.
They don't care if it's Horford or if it's Pritchard or if it's White. Right. They don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys are, Derek White's a good 3-point shooter now.
Yeah.
Pritchard is a good 3-point shooter. They can hit them when they're open. I'll live with Horford taking threes, fine. But, I can't cheat off of him too many times because eventually he's going to hit some,
Yeah.
I'll say this, though, Sneed. If the Celtics, if the Knicks steal the next game, we're going to be talking. That changes the trajectory of everything because they haven't been playing well.
Win game entire series.
Yes.
I believe they can choke it away in 7.
Ooh.
If they win Game 4, I believe they can choke it away in 7. I'm serious.
Yep.
I'm not counting out the Celtics in the series. No way.
I have to
listen to my mind, not my heart, bro. As much as I want the Knicks to win, I have to listen to my mind, not my heart, bro.
Right. No, I think the championship medal just means a lot. I really do. They know how to win, and they know how to win when it gets tough.
All right, was Game 3 a must-win?
Yes.
And the Celtics won, right?
Yes.
So every must-win game is going to go to the Celtics in the series. I don't think the Knicks can do it.
I'd say so, yeah. Because, as we discussed, Celtics go down 0-3, the chance of them, it's never happened. The empirical evidence says they lose that series because no one has ever come back from 0-3. Now, eventually someone is going to do it, but it's highly unlikely.
Who's the best 3-point shooter on the Knicks? I'm going to show you how messed up this is. Who's the best 3-point shooter on the Knicks?
I believe it's Cat.
It's Cat.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's the most reliable offensive player on the Knicks?
Brunson.
Who else is who's the best rebounder on the Knicks? Watch this.
I'd say it's Josh Hart. I mean, statistically,
this is what I'm talking about. The team is crazy, bro.
Yeah.
It's Josh Hart. It's Josh Hart. It's great. This team is so unusual.
Yeah.
Like the structure is just backwards. It's like the teacher's the student.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the student's the teacher. It's just all backwards. Your shooting guard, who can't really reliably score, is your best rebounder.
That's kind of crazy.
and your center can't defend. He gets fouled out because he's a bad fundamental defender.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't move his feet well defensively.
Right.
He's an offensive master. His shot is incredible.
Yeah.
His ability to stretch the floor is fantastic. But he can't defend a lick. You have to take him out at the end of games.
Yeah.
There's just too many flaws. Like the Celtics have these mismatches. Porzingis hasn't even done anything yet. If he has a game, they're going to win by 40.
Yeah.
If Tatum has a game, they're going to win by 40.
Right.
If Brown has a game, they're going to win by 40.
Yeah.
They lost today by 20 points on Derek White and Peyton Pritchard.
Yeah. Because if you remember, last year in the finals, everybody had picked Dallas to win the championship. And game one, G and I did that show. Porzingis came out and got busy. And it was like, uh-oh. When he's playing like that, there's not a lot you can do.
Everybody wants to talk about matchups and all these great things. I love it, bro. I'm all for analysis.
Mm-hmm.
The game always boils down to turnovers, rebounding, and defense. And I trust the Celtics on all three of those things over the Knicks.
Right.
Celtics in 6. If the Knicks get froggy, Celtics in 7. Thanks for taking my call, bro.
No doubt, Sneed. Thanks for the call, man. That was a good one, man. Sneed breaks it down, boy.
Yeah, I think the game comes down to make them miss shots. And the thing that I think we miss is that they shoot too many threes. And when they off, they fucking terrible. And so that gives any team any team the ability to come back. And they did it twice. Hey, all right. So today the Celtics took what the Knicks gave them. And they was able to pull out a win just because instead of going through the same situation, they decided to change things up and let the offense work through itself and everybody else getting rhythm.
Right.
It was a different hero today.
Yeah, absolutely. Laker Nation was good, man.
I gotta take it off figures. I can barely hear you, Bruce.
Okay, hold on.
I don't know why every time I call in, I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me better now?
A little bit.
All right, let me try now.
I don't say is that I know the Knicks was in trouble after Game 2, the way they were celebrating. Now that they were celebrating like they won the championship,
right.
And I'm like, all that's going to do is just wake them up. It's going to wake them up. And I was like I would have been more surprised if Boston would have lost Game 3. Than the fact of them winning the game, because them winning the game was to be expected.
Yeah, agreed.
So, but you got to look at the way they lost.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the games basically. None to take anything away from New York, as they kept hustling. But in my opinion, y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, but they gave away games 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's kind of how I saw it. Agreed.
I'm like, if you're up 20, you're gonna do it again. And eventually, you're not going to blow those leads. So,
right.
It's the playoffs, bro. I don't think nobody giving games away.
I think the Celtics. Yeah, I agree, G.
Nah, nobody's giving games away, bro. That's either bad coaching or just bad play, man. But I don't think that was their intention to give those games away. At this stage,
every time I've seen them lose, G, And I hate them motherfuckers. That's why I watch them, because I want to see them lose. But every game I see them lose is because they're not hitting their threes. So they play the same way every fucking game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how they're winning, because it's like, how? But they live and die by the three.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's going to catch up with them. It's going to catch up with them eventually. If not now, soon. Which is what I want.
Mm-hmm.
But they are the better team overall. They have the better. They're more complete. They have the better bench. Snead kind of broke it down. Tidbit by tidbit. Damn, what the hell? Tidbit by tidbit. But they're the better team. They're more complete. The Knicks are still, in my opinion, two pieces away from being a champion. So eventually, they're gonna have to beat them when Jaylen Brown or Tatum going off, or both at the same time. I don't know if they have enough firepower to do it.
Right.
I mean, they're sound defensively. They make the necessary adjustments, but there's nothing you can do if they're hitting their shot.
No, I would say that's a correct assessment. I mean, that's like most teams, but really the Celtics are specifically built that when they start hitting, they can bury a team very quickly. Like you watch OKC, and OKC will get out fast in transition. They'll run you to death. The Celtics, when they get going, it's an avalanche and a freaking, a blizzard of threes. So yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean, we want the Knicks to win. That's the problem.
Who's we?
Everybody's getting behind them. Everybody getting behind them because they want the Knicks to win.
What is this we? We?
That don't mean it's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
I mean, what it does do is it makes the fan watch the game, because no lead is safe so far. That's
true. Yeah.
No lead is safe for whatever reason. Even though you won a chip last year, you melt down and lose by 20. I can't respect you until you tied up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you the series just because you won last year.
No, you're right.
Blowing leads, you blowing 20-point lead. So we got to call a spade a spade. Yeah, you got personnel, you got coaching, but you will choke. Yeah, man. That's just pretty much what it boiled down for me. That's how I look at the game, bro. One game at a time.
One game at a time.
But I will say before I go, is I did say it on my show, is that they're letting them play basketball finally.
Yeah.
Which they didn't do in the regular season. Yeah. And you're seeing that the top three teams are being exposed. Because they're allowing them to play basketball. Now, the top teams are making their adjustments now, because they're like, okay, we have to play. We can't just we just can't just go out there and shoot threes and we're just gonna get the dub. No, we got to play. So they're making their adjustments now. But all of those top teams are in trouble because, like I said, they have to play basketball. They're letting them play. They're letting them get up in them. They're letting them play aggressive defense. They're actually letting them play defense.
Right.
So all that stuff that was getting away with in the regular season, they're not getting away with it now. So they have to make their adjustments. So that's what Boston had to figure out. Because the fourth quarter in games 1 and 2, there really wasn't a lot of whistles. Like they're letting them play.
Right.
But you live by but it's the old saying, you live by the three, you'll die by the three.
Correct.
And I'm out. Peace.
Appreciate you, bro.